Thank you for joining us in today's episode of Know Your Candidate. In today's segment, we are very honored to be hosting one of the candidates running to represent Kasese Municipality as Member of Parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming the guest on our show today.
Thank you for hosting me. I am called Kambale Ferigo. I stay in a cell called Kilembe Quarters in the Kasese Municipality. I am one of the candidates trying to look for the position of Member of Parliament, Kasese Municipality. I'm a married man. Married man with children. In other words, I'm a family man.
Yes.
I've been in this district for some time, and I've been working in the Kasese district local government for 20 years.
20? Wow, that is a considerable amount of time.
13 of which I was held in a senior position in Kasese, with the Kasese district local government, a position of a chief finance officer.
Wow. I
am a professional accountant.
Oh.
By profession, and I've been working as the head of finance. Apart from that, I've been in business. I've been involved in real estate business. Apart from real estate business, I've been in the tourism industry. I happens to be the proprietor of Buffalo Safari Resort in Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, Buffalo.
Yes.
Wow, that is an amazing investment.
Yeah. And when it came to 2015, I opted to join elective politics. And I asked for early retirement. 2016, I became the NRM flag bearer for Kasese Municipality. As you know, things didn't go well. NRM did not win an elective post for a parliamentary seat in Kasese district. I lost, but I lost with a very small margin, yes. 700 votes.
I remember.
And among the candidates, I'm the one who lost with the smallest margin, 2016. This year, I tried my luck for the second time. And I managed to win the flag for NRM.
Congratulations, by the way, on winning the flag.
Kasese Municipality. Yeah. And I thank people of Kasese Municipality, the NRM fraternity. They gave me an overwhelming support. Because in terms of percentage, I won this flag with 92.7%.
92.7%. Wow, that is a very commendable margin.
Yes, because I got 11,230 votes, and the one who was next to me got 830 votes.
800?
Yeah, so I got a very good percentage.
Wow.
That's why I thank the NRM members of Kasese Municipality for the overwhelming support they gave me during the recent concluded primary elections.
Yes.
Today, I have a flag for NRM vying for the post of MP Kasese Municipality. And I'm already a candidate because I was duly nominated. So we are already in the campaigning season. We have already drawn a program on how we shall reach the people. Of course, when we are careful with the COVID regulations. I have an agenda for the people of Kasese Municipality.
Yes.
This agenda is segmented in two parts. Segment one is talk about government programs. Member of Parliament is supposed to bridge a gap between the local community and the central government. And within that segment, I have areas that I want to pursue when I become a member of Parliament. Area number one is critically to analyze the NRM manifesto. NRM manifesto has very many details.
Yes.
National NRM manifesto. When you look at those details, it's my role as Member of Parliament to identify the items in the manifesto that are relevant to Kasese Municipality as a constituency.
Yeah, the critical needs.
Yes.
That the
Because
manifesto
the manifesto
addresses.
talks about very many things.
Yeah.
It talks about areas that will benefit all parts of the country.
Yes, yes.
But now, me as a Member of Parliament for Kasese Municipality, I must tackle, I must be interested in those specifics that will benefit people of Kasese Municipality.
Yeah, the ones that address the problems of Kasese
Municipality. So my agenda one is to be serious on that. It's one thing items to appear in the manifesto. It's another thing to have all those items implemented.
Yes.
It calls for shrewdness, for serious lobbying, for serious follow-up. So my agenda is, immediately I become a Member of Parliament, I will interest myself. I look at what is stated in the manifesto versus what is supposed to come to Kasese Municipality as a beneficiary. And I will now get engaged in moves and initiatives to ensure that the government gives what has been allocated to Kasese Municipality as far as the manifesto is concerned.
Yes.
That is number one. If you don't make it as an agenda, you may lose a point. A lot may be promised in the manifesto, yet little may be given to your people.
Oh.
So you must set it as an agenda.
As an agenda.
Every other year, look at the manifesto and compare whether you are getting what is due to you according to that manifesto. My number two on agenda as far as central government is concerned is this issue, the local issue of Singabwarwenzuru. As a Member of Parliament, my role and my target will be to bridge the gap that is there between central government and Singabwarwenzuru.
Yes.
A leader in this area should always ensure the two organs work together. The two entities work together. Anything that can create a gap, it's my role to see that it's mitigated.
Yes, yes, yes. Leaders must be bridges.
Yes. Singabwarwenzuru and President Museveni, all efforts must be put in place to ensure that there is a good working relationship.
Yeah, a mutually beneficial relationship.
If something goes wrong on either side, it will be my work as a Member of Parliament to ensure that whatever can cause a problem is mitigated before things go bad. This issue that led to what happened 2016
yes,
was because there was no leadership in place, was not sensitive
to mitigate it.
About sequence of events that were taking place then. A sensitive leader should have indicated that the relations were worsening. And what that leader should have done would be to talk to both sides. Talk to both sides, look at issues that are bringing a gap between the two entities, and start bringing those relations before things go bad. That is what I have to do as a Member of Parliament. Good enough, I am going to be a head of a Member of Parliament who belongs to both entities. Because I'm an NRM flag bearer, automatically I will be part of government. The good news about it, I am also a person who believes in Singabwarwenzuru, a very great supporter of Singabwarwenzuru.
You'll be a very good go-between.
Yes. To date, since Musinga was taken to Kampala, since he was taken to jail, my wife, Best Juliet Bakoko, has been a minister in Singabwarwenzuru. Every other time Musinga constitutes a cabinet list, he calls me and he asks me to include my wife on that list. Why? Because he knows I am a key supporter for Singabwarwenzuru. That one is clear, everybody knows it. Recently, he made a reshuffle, but he had to retain my wife on the list of the cabinet members. At the same time, I hold the flag for NRM, a strong NRM supporter, a strong mobilizer for NRM, close associate of the ruling government. So I am doing well in both entities. A reason why I feel when I become a member of parliament, I must mend relations between the government of Uganda and Businga. That is my role number 2. After scrutinizing the manifesto and identify areas that will benefit my people as a matter of special interest, number 2, good relations. Because minus good relations, when people are in conflict, it deters development.
That is true.
Yes, because you can't develop an area when the area is marred by conflicts.
Conflict generally is
people's minds will be diverted.
They cannot focus
people
on what,
not be
on
stable.
what should happen. Yeah.
Therefore, development implementation agenda will not work out.
Yes.
So people must have minds settled. They must be in a settled mood. Then that one you can now trigger development agenda when people are settled. Therefore, as I look at the manifesto, next, people should be settled. One of the things that will settle people's minds is that harmonious relationship between the government of Uganda and Businga.
Yes.
Number 3 on the agenda, looking at issues that are affecting our people here,
yes,
is the issue of the floods.
That has been a very critical problem.
Nyamwamba River has disorganized our communities.
Yes.
Every year, floods coming, people are dislodged, people shift, people's houses are swept, people's properties are lost. That is a big problem.
Yes. It's also a health problem, actually.
The good news is President Museveni came here when he visited our people, when we got a problem. He promised 2 things. Number 1, he showed commitment in desilting that Ramwamba River, which I call phase 2 desilting. I thank government of Uganda with its partnership with the Egyptian government. There was desilting phase 1. That desilting phase 1 has not done much. That's why despite that desilting phase, the floods have been affecting us.
Yes, they have recurred.
But President Museveni promised desilting phase 2. And that desilting phase 2 is a presidential pledge. It needs follow-up. Follow-up in a way that you talk good language with the president. You can't fight him and you follow up on his pledge.
Yeah, when you
that
have no
relationship. So me, who is NRM and a member of parliament, I will be having all the chances to meet the president and we talk the same language.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
That is pledge number 1 about Nyamwamba River. Pledge number 2, he promised to buy machinery that will be placed in Nyamwamba River permanently.
Stationed at Nyamwamba.
Stationed in Nyamwamba River permanently.
That's a critical pledge.
Government is supposed to operate those machines by giving it 24 hours services of those machines and giving it fuel to run from January to January.
Wow.
So that the machines keep moving the river up, down, the channel, so that the channel is always open
for the water to flow.
So that when it's time for floods, we shall not be affected. That is a presidential pledge number 2. As far as Nyamwamba River is concerned, it needs strategic follow-up. Not just follow-up, you mention it on radio. No. You need to go beyond that. And as long as I'm in NRM, I see that linkage. To follow up that is people's need. It's people's need. Before we talk about many things, that is a people's need. You can't be a leader here and you feel comfortable when people are being displaced day and night. Reconstruction of Klembe Mines Hospital, which was washed.
I understand by the floods. Is now at the diocese here.
Yes. I thank the Bishop of Kasese Diocese for having accepted temporarily to host that Klembe Hospital. It is a service that we could not miss in this area. However, President Museveni has again given a pledge that there will be allocation of funds to reconstruct Klembe Hospital, which was washed away by the floods.
Is the construction going to happen up or They're going to look for a new site.
There will be an understanding between the stakeholders where that construction to take place.
Okay.
But the president has already earmarked funds that will be released to Kasese to construct that hospital.
Wow.
That requires strategic follow-up again.
Yes.
It's a presidential pledge, requires a follow-up. So as a leader of this place, I will make sure that one is followed. Again, it's upon me to look at how we take advantage of Kasese Polytechnic.
The one in Rukoki.
In Rukoki. Today, it's offering certificate courses.
Yes.
Of recent, there has been an arrangement to construct, to expand its construction. They have constructed more buildings. My thinking is there is need to follow up an arrangement to upgrade that polytechnic so that it trains diploma courses.
Yeah, I understand that's how Chambogo started. Yeah. Slowly, and now it is a university.
In future, should even be a university for engineering,
science and technology.
Yeah. Because Kasese district, we are unlucky. We don't have a government university. Neither do we have a serious private university. That is a big gap to us. Our neighboring towns have university. Shaka has, Barara has, Fort Porto has.
Yeah. Yes.
It's funny that we don't have any university.
And universities come with business to the local community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think this polytechnic expansion is an advantage to us. It can be a starting point to lobby to upgrade it to a university status. Related to government program, another thing I will make sure I follow up is the issue of Rukoki Health Center 4. You know, when we have a government health center 4, there you can carry out operations of pregnant mothers free of charge. Remember, when they operate a pregnant mother, you spend not less than 400,000.
It's a lot of money.
It's expensive.
Especially our people.
So we would wish that those who can afford can remain in private hospitals and private dispensaries for operations at a cost. Those who can't afford should have an alternative of health center for full operation to handle such cases of operation. As we talk, a doctor is already doing some work already. But we need to equip that health center for. The issue is about equipping it. So as a leader of the place, it should be an issue that I have to take up. I'm saying equipping the health center for Rukoki is very important, because being operation is okay, it's operating, but we need to equip it in terms of human resource and in terms of facilities to use, so that it can be able to handle bigger numbers.
Yes, the whole of that Rukoki and Paura area.
Yes, and it is a health center for within municipality, within the constituency of Kasese Municipality.
Yes. So
that one, it's something I should follow up with the government. Also, with government, I need to boost sports. Yes. Games and sports. How? Nyakasanga playground has been in existence for long. It's high time it's upgraded to a stadium.
That is true. I know that a lot of young people will find that very useful.
We need a stadium as a way of boosting games and sports.
Yeah. And
the good news is, and I thank government of Uganda for having incorporated Kasese Municipality to be part of the entities to benefit from USMID program.
Oh.
We have USMID program. When you analyze its technical paper, the way it's supposed to operate, there is a provision, there's a leeway how we can get funding under USMID to facilitate construction of that playground and upgrade it to a stadium.
Wow, that would be very much a welcome development in the town of Kasese.
So that is an agenda for me to pursue. Next is the long-awaited presidential pledge for upgrading Kasese Airfield to an airport.
I know that a lot of people would find a lot of business in having an airport in Kasese town.
We qualify for that. There are reasons to justify the need to upgrade our airfield to an airport. First and foremost, we are endowed with many resources here.
Yes, yes.
We are a district which has 3 national parks surrounding us. Queen Elizabeth National Park, Mount Kilimanjaro National Park, Kambale National Park. All these national parks surround Kasese district, part of Kasese district.
Yes.
That is a very serious resource. Resource number 2, we have minerals here.
This is a mineral city, actually.
We have cobalt, we have copper, we have cement.
Yes.
That is Kasese. Those resources require having a facility at a level of an airport. Another advantage we have, we border Congo. Eastern Congo is a very, 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 very big market for Kasese people.
Yes.
And you are aware most Congolese travel a lot worldwide.
Yes, they are business people.
Most of them go and board the aeroplane from Entebbe Airport. So when we have an airport here, this will cause serious development. All these Congolese who travel to overseas areas would board from Kasese.
And that would mean business for the hotels, business
a lot. This issue of an airport was once mentioned in President Museveni's manifesto, NRM manifesto. Implementation is what has been a problem. And we are saying as leaders, me, who is an MP and who belongs to government side, this is an agenda for me to follow. A manifesto runs for 5 years. Budget year 1 may not succeed. Budget year 2 may not succeed. But it should be among the key unfunded priorities. Key unfunded priorities. For a particular planning period, when we go to subsequent period, it should be rolled over until we take it up and we have this airport. My segment 2 is me as a member of parliament. I have personal initiatives that I have to put in place to trigger off development here.
Yes, as an individual.
As an individual. Luckily enough, I have an organization, CBO organization.
Yes.
Community-based organization, which I have ever started, called Big Heart Foundation.
Oh, I have heard about Big Heart since before 2015.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
I am a founder director for Big Heart.
It's amazing work you are doing with Big Heart.
Now,
thank you.
As we talk, we have now a partner in South Africa. 2 months back, we received 15 electric tailoring machines.
Wow.
From our partner in South Africa. They are already in my store at home, ready for use. But because of COVID, we have not moved very fast to start calling people for training, because we have to observe these
SOPs.
The SOPs. But under the same organization, we have mailed project proposals to those partners. And therefore, under Big Heart Foundation, we are going to offer some services. Service number 1 to the Kasese Municipality, we are going to offer free driving skills.
Wow.
To our community.
That would be a very welcome skill among many young people.
Yes.
There are very many young people who are graduates who don't even know how to drive. Yeah.
Item number 2 under Big Heart Foundation, we want to procure a local television.
Here in Kasese?
Here in Kasese.
Wow.
So all local news are duly broadcast. That is media development. And from this, jobs will be given to most of our local journalists.
Because Kasese has a lot of educated young men and women.
Personal initiative by working hand in hand with Big Heart Foundation.
This would complement your official roles as a member of parliament.
Because the other one's government.
And this is
personal initiative.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can hear these insightful ideas from candidate Kambale Ferigo, the NRM flag bearer for MP Kasese Municipality, a rich background in public service, especially finance, a rich background in community service, and a desire to be that linkage between the people of Kasese and the ruling government. I'm sure that these ideas shall inform your electoral choices in the 2021 election.
So I've talked about offering free driving skills. I've talked about establishing a local television. Thirdly, I want to establish what we call an employment bureau.
Employment Bureau.
This is an office where we shall expect all those people around who are qualified to submit in their CVs. And I'm going to employ a human resource specialist to run that employment bureau. His work is to connect our land children, our land people with their CVs to the job world. So he's going to work as a link between those who want to be employed with the employers.
Wow.
That's what we call an employment bureau. I'm going to establish one. It's expensive in terms of employing a human resource specialist,
Yes,
who will receive CVs and who will market those CVs,
yes,
to different organizations.
Yes.
That one I'm going to do it through initiatives under Big Heart Foundation.
And that would be the first of its kind.
The first
Does
of
not
its kind.
exist in Kasese.
Unique idea.
Yes, yes.
Very unique, and I have tested it can work.
It works actually. In other cities, I've seen it work.
In other cities, you have seen it work.
Yeah.
So I want to create one in Kasese.
Wow.
Another initiative under Big Heart Foundation is that I want to revamp, to resurrect these areas of skilling like tailoring, knitting, and hairdressing. Free skills.
Free
Of
people
charge.
pay a lot of money to get these skills at YMCA in
under
Kampala.
Big Heart Foundation. We have ever offered those skills free of charge. We want to restart them. Wow.
That will bridge a very big gap.
Then we want to establish what we call a rescue van for the community. It is like similar to an ambulance, but of course ambulance has those medical equipments in it. This one is going to assist. One, if somebody has an emergency, wants to be rushed for hospital services. Number two, in case you lose somebody.
Yes.
Carrying a dead body is always very expensive.
It's very expensive.
But through Big Heart Services, when you have a rescue van, it can offer
that service.
Those funeral van services at a minimal price by only contributing fuel.
Yes.
Or fund by giving fuel, but the vehicle will always be readily available to assist people who have lost their dear ones. That's why we are calling it a rescue van under Big Heart Foundation initiatives. Then, under the same arrangement, under Big Heart Foundation, we are going to register all orphans, all widows, all PWDs, and all the elderlies. We want a register of all those ones within this constituency. For two things. One, to know who the vulnerable people we have in the constituency.
Yes, you can only help people who you know.
First, know them.
Yes.
Don't talk about people you don't know.
Yes, that is true.
That's one. Number two, we link these people to the other donors so that we write project proposals seeking for assistance to the vulnerables of this place.
Yes.
So, through Big Heart Foundation initiative, we are pursuing that as well. Now, what am I trying to tell the people of Kasese?
Yes.
Of course, under Big Heart initiative, it's us who started this project of Mama Kids.
As early as 2013.
We started it.
Yeah.
It's through those initiatives that even other politicians have thought about the same.
Yes, yes.
In other words, I've played here a role of being a master planner.
And a visionary.
Politically. I initiate certain projects that are purely for the locals. And at the end of the day, other politicians take up the same in their different constituencies. I really thank them.
Yes.
I thank those politicians for looking at whatever I initiate being meaningful and they also take the same.
Yeah. People like to borrow good ideas.
Yeah, I thank them. It is good because as I talk, this idea of rescue vehicles, ambulances is now district-wide.
Yeah.
Something that started in Kasese Municipality has been adopted by all members of parliament. Likewise, these other ideas I can see in the future other politicians will take them up.
Yeah.
Especially the issue of unemployment.
The employment bureau, yes.
Huh?
That's a very big gap in the employment sector in Kasese.
Nobody has thought about
People
it.
have educated their sons and daughters, but there is this lack of a linkage.
Lack of linkage.
Yeah.
There's a special agenda for the youth. Economic empowering of the youth. We are going to procure 3 quarry sites.
Wow.
Quarry 1, sand extraction. Quarry 2, maram extraction. Quarry 3, brick making. 3, where you go and extract sand, extract maram, you make bricks in a quarry site free of charge.
Wow. And sell it and make income.
You extract sand, you wait for the buyers.
Wow.
You extract maram, you wait for the buyers. But where you're extracting is a quarry that would have procured for the community free
of charge.
Wow.
Wow.
That one will make most youth who are redundant get economically occupied. That's big hand. Personal initiated projects. No government in this. As a leader, I have to do that.
You're already demonstrating leadership even before assuming
our talented young people, the youth, through Big Heart, I have a provision for them. How? I'm going to organize all these musicians in this municipality and have them grouped in 2-3 groups. Group 1, team 1 should form a jazz band. Team 2, I want to organize them to form a brass band. Those musicians.
Yes.
Team 3, the normal production band. Now, what plan do I have for the jazz band? I have already discussed with these powerful hotels in Queen Elizabeth National Park. They lack services of jazz band to entertain guests in the evening after tours. The production bands, people have good music. They lack good production services. First of all, I must upgrade some of these production studios.
Yes.
To give good music, quality. That's one. Then I will establish a fund. Whoever wants to have a kivulo, there must be a fund from Office of the MP as a startup fund and a revolving fund.
Yes.
So that's how we are going to promote talent. Talent in regard to football.
Yes.
I will be organizing annual tournaments.
This would help.
I have ever organized an annual tournament in Kasese where I requested leaders in Fufa, Kampala to come and be part of the tournament. During that time, I brought here mutual coach of Uganda Prayer.
Wow.
And when I organized that tournament during the finals, he took 9 footballers and he joined the Kampala clubs. See? So it is an item which I have ever tested.
It helps to identify talents from Kasese.
Talent.
Yes.
Football. Therefore, when I become an MP through Big Heart Foundation, we shall organize annual tournaments which will attract FUFA officials from Kampala to come and be part of the finals, so that at the end of the day, the best talented will be taken to join Kampala clubs, as they did when I did it in 2015.
Wow, it is very, very interesting to learn about these unique ideas, because some of the ideas by candidate Ferigo Kambale are unique at the first time, and it's also interesting to learn that some of the ideas he initiated were so good that they were adopted by other members of the political class in Kasese district, and they are already being implemented. This speaks a lot about the quality of leadership he seeks to provide for the people of Kasese Municipality. Now that we have this good idea of his agenda, both at a personal level and as a leader when elected, I'm sure you would like to indulge today's guest on his principles as a person and on how he spends his leisure time. I'm sure that young people want to now that they've had an idea of who you are, they would like to know about your principles. Maybe you have 2 or 3, and then how do you spend your leisure time? Where can a young person meet you if they want to relax with you, away from politics, away from your work with Big Heart? How do you spend your leisure time, and what are your core principles as a person?
One, I like harmonization where there are conflicts. That's my principle. Where there is an issue that has generated a conflict, my principle is harmonization. Solving issues through harmonization, through reconciliation, through forgiving each other.
Yes.
Personally, I don't get rigid. I don't feel rigid. I don't feel big-headed. When you say I have not made you happy, I have annoyed you, because it is a core principle. It's easy to say sorry for purpose of reconciling, for purpose of harmonizing.
Wow, that is a unique trait.
Number 2, I don't believe in struggling,
antagonization,
struggling, and damaging of personalities. No, that's not my principle. Even in politics, as I talk, I believe in articulating what the agenda have for the people.
Yes.
Whether the opponent has issues, whether he has weaknesses, that's none of my agenda. What is it that I have on table that I'm ready to offer? My leisure time is in such a way that, first of all, I have to tell you, to be frank to you, I don't drink.
You don't drink, yes.
I only enjoy conversing and interacting with friends.
Yes. And
I enjoy people being happy because they are with me.
You are a social person.
That's why if I have money, whoever is near me will know that I have money.
You are a social person and a generous
I enjoy spending to make others happy.
Social, generous.
I enjoy. When I have money, I don't feel that money makes me happy when others near me are not enjoying part of that money. That's me. And I'm a kind of a person who believes that as a human being, you have a beginning and an end. Now, what happens is the legacy. When I live life of being on earth,
yes,
what is it that people will keep in it? Will keep thinking. What is it that people will be remembering
about you
after I have left the world? A reason, that is a major reason why it is very rare. I would not wish to betray somebody who has been part of me.
Yes.
Because there is a lot for people to talk after I've left the world. And I believe that type of legacy will affect the future of my children.
The one thing that has struck me about our guest today is that, 1, he does not drink. 2, he has a big heart. I think that is why he named his CBO Big Heart Foundation. He is generous and he likes to see people happy. Traits which are very important for anyone who is interested in leading people. His heart for other people, his heart for seeing other people succeed and be happy is something that makes his candidature unique when you couple it up with his experiences in public leadership and in community service. You're commonly known as Papa Ferigo. I assume that you speak Swahili. Yeah, so asante sana for coming to be with us, and I really wish you all the very best in the election for Kasese Municipality Member of Parliament.
Thank you.
Asante sana.